The saga is over. The Harden BS, the antics, the drama, the tension. The whole league can breathe a sigh of relief. The big trade is done. And yeah, I don't need to break any news here. You know it, I know it, we all know it. These three dudes on the screen right now, it's wild to look at. They are on the same basketball team. And let's be honest with ourselves, whether you're anti this trade and you're saying, where's the defense going to come from? They sacrificed their depth. Harden, Kyrie, lot of personalities, lot of egos. How is all this going to work out? Or you're on the positive side of this trade and you're thinking, at the end of the day, it's Harden, Kyrie, and KD on the same team. They're going to challenge the Lakers. They're going to be contenders regardless. Wherever you stand on that issue, let's be honest, we're all going to be locked into our TV screens and we're all going to be intrigued to see how this shakes out. And I personally have no idea. I don't know if this is going to blow up in their faces and be absolute chaos, or if they're going to win the championship and it's going to be amazing. And that is what is so fascinating about this. Either way it goes, I'm hyped to watch it. I'm here with my popcorn. I'm ready. So you know I had to jump on today and record a quick video on this. We are going to simulate one season with this Brooklyn Nets team, and I'm going to figure out how this will play out. I'm going to figure out if this big three can actually get it done and actually win the 2021 NBA championship. But in real life, I don't think this Nets team is done. I think there's going to be a few more fringe moves they can make around the edges to kind of boost their title odds, and that is what we are going to do today. We're going to be bringing back our one season rebuild challenge series, which I haven't done in a while, which is basically where we're going to take control of the net, make a maximum of 5 trades, so 5 sort of fringe trades around the edges of this roster to try and boost their chances of winning it all and see if we can get the job done. That's it. It's time to see what this big three can do. Let's hop into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's James, my friends call me Tribey, and we are back today with this new look Nets squad, and it is looking interesting. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Jordan as our starting 5. I will definitely take that. Like, that is solid. The bench is where things get interesting. We have no real backup center, so that is definitely going to be a priority. Right now, it's Jeff Green, who, 1, is not really a center, and 2, he's Jeff Green, so probably want to upgrade that. Backup point guard, I mean, right now it's kind of Bruce Brown. He's more of a shooting guard in my opinion, so definitely want to look at backup point guard. And what this team needs above all is some defensive specialists. They need some guys that are just going to come in and play some D. These guys are going to have the offense handled, so defense is going to be a priority, backup center is going to be a priority, and backup point guard is probably going to be a priority. I should say, though, I have already started to address backup point guard in that I signed Shabazz Napier as a free agent. I did that because in real life, the Nets are going to have like the buyout market that they can play with. They're going to probably pick up some veteran mid-season on a minimum that's going to come in and help them out. So I signed Shabazz Napier. It will count as one of my trades or one of my transactions, so I will only have 4 left after this, but I think that'll be worth it. You know, that'll give us someone that can at least come in and play a few point guard minutes, back up Kyrie Irving, and like he'll add some value, I think. Next up, I think the priority has to be either backup center or signing some kind of defensive specialist. Again, Bruce Brown, who else we got down here? Shamet, Claxton, they're all prime trade candidates. So yeah, let's see what we can make happen. Okay, so who is more of a defensive specialist than Matisse Thybulle? I think he'd be a perfect guy. Like, he's not getting played much in Philly. They're in win now mode too, so they probably want draft picks that they can package in trades. Maybe a few veterans that can come on and help spread the floor for Ben Simmons. So Korver, Johnson, they're just kind of filler guys that could come in and play a few minutes for the Sixers, but mostly they do this for the picks, a first and 3 seconds. I think that's a pretty generous offer. Again, he's barely playing for them at the moment, so I want some defense on this team. I'm going to see if this goes through. Let's hope they accept. Bang, that was easy. Okay, we got Matisse. That is a great start. I should say I used a Rocket swap worst as well, so obviously the only picks we really have left after this trade is these Rockets swap worst, so they're not that valuable. That's why I threw in another 3 seconds for Thybulle. So he's going to come in and be our backup wing. That might make Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot slightly expendable now, so maybe I could package him in a trade. I feel like Matisse is just a slight upgrade on him, to be honest, so maybe I'll trade him. Either way, the next trade has to be for a backup center, so let's make that happen. Okay, so Robert Williams doesn't seem to get as much minutes for the Celtics as I feel he should, and I think we could use him. And honestly, like, I don't know if the Celtics would want much for these guys. They're not getting huge minutes, a few second-round picks. Bruce Brown's a kind of quite talented guard that they might appreciate, like a baby Marcus Smart coming off their bench. So I think they'd kind of like him. Nicholas Claxton, a young guy they can develop, kind of similar to Rob Williams, but he hasn't shown as much yet. So we get a slight upgrade at the center position here, and then they get some extra assets. I think that's kind of fair. Again, if they accept that, I am down with it. This is trade number 3, by the way, and that is done. Perfect. Okay, Spencer, why do you keep trying to sneak into my rotation, bro? Like, let's get him injured. All right, let's give him an appendectomy. He had his appendix removed, and it was just a really bad appendix surgery. Dude is struggling. He's gone for, oh my God. This might have been the worst, most botched appendectomy of all time. We'll give him a 300-day injury. That should be long enough. I love that. Appendectomy out for the season. That is perfect. Okay, Time Lord, welcome to the squad. Dinwiddie with the dodgy appendix. Let's get you right down here, mate. And yeah, things are generally starting to look pretty good. We've got like all our backup positions sorted now. Like these 4 guys could represent a solid bench. Of course, I do have 2 trades left, so I probably will try and upgrade somewhere. I'm looking at you, Shamit, as a trade piece. I'm looking at you, Timofey. Even Gerald Green's out of rotation now. So we still got pieces to play with, man. Let's see what we can do. I've got 2 trades left, and I want this team to have every chance of being successful. Okay, Devontae Graham. Now we're talking. He is not playing that well for the Hornets, but we know this guy can hoop. He played well last season. He shot the ball well. I think he'd be a really good kind of 6th man for this team. And I know I signed Shabazz, but honestly, he might be the guy I used to make this trade happen. Okay, 1.5 stars. That's not really great. What else have I got? Hopefully, I think Landry Shamet could push us over the edge. They'd probably want some draft capital. Let's chuck into 2nd, see if that's enough. Bang. All right, that's perfect. He'll be a great 6th man for us. I feel bad for Shabazz because we literally got him and flipped him, but I think that was worth it. I know it took 2 transactions to get us there, but Devontae Graham's going to be a big piece for this team at the end of the day, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so with 4 trades down and 1 left to go, this is how the roster's looking right now. You'll see we haven't moved DeAndre Jordan first and foremost, just because I think Kyrie and KD are weirdly obsessed with him in real life. I don't think they're going to trade him. I think he will be their starting center, so I've just kind of let him hang around. But the bench is where we've made some serious upgrades. Devontae Graham should be a great scoring 6th man for us. He can get some dimes off the bench as well. Thibault is a defensive specialist. Rob Williams for some rim protection, rebounding, energy off that bench. I definitely think he's an upgrade on Claxton. And then Jeff Green's just kind of chilling there. Now, in terms of my final trade, Jeff Green is probably the guy that I might look to upgrade, but I will scan the market for Joe Harris as well. I think in real life, he's actually a great fit around these guys. Doesn't really need the ball, shoots the 3. He'll be tough to upgrade, but if there's anything out there, I will check. It's most likely to be Jeff Green, though. Let's see what we can do. Okay, Eric Pascal would be a nice upgrade on Jeff Green, so I'm calling up the Warriors. Like, I think they'd want some veterans on their team. Like, they're not very deep. They're going to be in win now mode next season when Clay gets back. So 3 veterans for 3 young guys that, I mean, these guys don't have too much value to them. Pascal has some value. That is why I've thrown in the pick as well. But I think 3 veteran pieces could at least be interesting to them. Like, overall value-wise, I think this makes some sense. So this would be a great final trade. I don't know if they're going to accept it, but I'm here for it if they do. Nah, I could go all in. I could put the final Rockets pick in and seriously mortgage our future. To be fair, the Nets have been mortgaging their future here. That is the whole plan. So I think that's a lot. It's a lot, but I think he'd add some good value. He can shoot the ball a little bit. Like, he's got some... Yeah, I kind of like it. I think this is the move, man. There you go. Bang. 5 trades done. It was a bit much for Pascal, but I'll take that. 5 trades later, here we are. Without further ado, the final roster. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Matisse Thybulle. I'll explain the Thybulle starting thing in a moment. Kevin Durant and DeAndre Jordan. Off the bench, Joe Harris, Devontae Graham, Eric Pascal, and Rob Williams. It's a really young and really talented bench and a really, really solid starting 5. So I'm loving what we've assembled here. We've made some serious upgrades, like minor but serious upgrades. So I'm incredibly happy with this squad. Scoring options wise, you know it's the big 3. I went with KD number 1, obviously. James Harden number 2. And you know you're in a pretty good place when Kyrie Irving is your 3rd scoring option. It's crazy. And of course, we've got the boy Steve Nash as our coach, which is kind of awesome as well. System-wise, you know with Nash and D'Antoni on the bench, you have to play 7 seconds. I would love to see Nash, the very man who popularized this offense, who ran it so well, teach Kyrie Irving how to push the ball and run it in the same way. I put Thybulle in because he likes 7 seconds a lot more than Joe Harris does, so I just think he'd be a better system fit with 7 seconds specifically. If he's playing terribly, maybe we'll bring Joe Harris in for the playoffs, but for now, we'll give Thybulle a chance. We'll give him a go. Now, in terms of my expectations for this pretty crazy roster that we've put together here, I'm thinking, I mean, look at the players here. It's got to be 60 plus wins. If this team does not win at least 60 games, I'm going to be disappointed. And it's championship season, bro. Like, we're going championship or bust. That is the goal. Let's see what happens. Catch you guys at the end of the season. Oh, you've got to love it when a good thing goes right. James Harden MVP, and we smashed it, boys. 65 and 15, 34 and 10 for Harden. Just something light, you know, just another day at the office. LaMelo Ball Rookie of the Year, Christian Wood 6th man, Giannis Defensive Player of the Year, Chris Boucher Most Improved. It's looking good, and Steve Nash is the Coach of the Year. You love to see it. That 7-second system was clearly popping, man. All NBA teams, we got James Harden on the first team. No one else joining him on the first team. I'm assuming we'll find Kevin somewhere on the second team, and we do indeed have Kevin on the second team. Kyrie on the third. Yes, we do. All of our big 3 making the All NBA team. That is awesome. All defensive team. I'm not really expecting anybody in our team to make an appearance there. Didn't think so. And we actually have a pretty pretty tough first round matchup with Boston, who are somehow the 8th seed. I've been losing it. For those of you watching regularly, you know I've been losing in the first round a lot lately. By the way, if you're at this point in the video and you still haven't subscribed, get involved, become a regular viewer. Yeah, I've been losing a lot in the first round, and somehow we're matched up against these boys, so I'm nervous. Player stats wise, we already know what James Harden did. Kyrie Irving also dropping 28 and 9, and apparently Kevin Durant, who was the #1 scoring option, was just kind of chilling. 25, 8 and 6. 6 dimes is kind of awesome. 57% from the field, 48 from downtown. Dude was just chilling, picking his spots, killing everybody. Devontae doing kind of nice off the bench. It's kind of crazy to see that drop off 25 down to 11. Joe Harris, 44% from the field. Eric Pascal putting a few points up, getting a few boards in limited minutes. That's fine. Yeah, Thibault's not out there to score. That shooting percentage worries me. I think depending on like the matchups, I'll either start him or Joe Harris in the playoffs. To be fair to DeAndre Jordan, 13 rebounds and 1.4 blocks a game is actually pretty solid. He is not out there to score the basketball, so fair play, fair play. And then Rob Williams is Rob Williams, didn't get many minutes anyway, that is fine. Team stats wise, defensively is what I'm most interested in. Like, were we a good defense? We weren't exactly up there as I imagined, so yeah, that is crazy. Like, we're middle of the pack defensively. At offense, this number is going to be ridiculous. Just prepare yourself for an obscene number. We averaged 131 points per game, bro. What? We had a 14 differential despite being an average defense. We were 7 ahead of We were 7 ahead of the Lakers and Clippers. If this happens in real life, like, the league's in trouble, bro. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, without further ado, it's game time. I've put Thibault in the starting lineup just so we can guard Jason Tatum. That is literally the only reason he's playing. I think that makes sense for this series because he's a superstar. Let's see what happens. I'm very nervous. I just feel like I'm going to lose in the first round yet again. Maybe not this time. Come on. I'll make it light work. Come on. Come on. Come on. No drama. Let's go. 4-1. Let's go. Okay, perfect. Cleveland Cavaliers in the second round. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, okay, bye. That's over. That's a sweep. Like, even I'm confident. Like 2K's been screwing me lately, but I'm confident in this series. They won a game. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now we got ourselves a challenge. Milwaukee, Drew Holiday, Dante DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton. Yeah, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. Once again, I'll probably keep Thibault in just to guard Chris Middleton. We've got KD on Giannis. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get. Holiday's probably going to cook Kyrie a little bit, but vice versa as well. So, let's see what happens, man. Come on. NBA Finals. Let's get it done. Are we sweeping? Okay, they won a game. Everyone's winning a game. Perfect. And that tees us up nicely with a very superstar-heavy matchup. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant all in one NBA Finals. That's must-see TV right there. And once again, Thibault's probably going to have to stick around because Kawhi Leonard is going to be a tough matchup, and we just want him giving all of his energy to that. So it's on the young kid. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, it's going to be the toughest matchup so far. Oh, and it's going to be easy. Oh, have I spoken too soon? Let's go. 4-1 in every single series. James Harden Finals MVP with a light 24 and 10. That is incredible. We got the job done. I would call that a massive success. Closeout game, all 3 boys getting it done. In fact, through the whole series, like game 1, their numbers are big. Game 2, it's just too much firepower, bro. We're unstoppable. Oh, man, that was a ton of fun. I enjoyed that one. I think we built a really good team around these guys, actually. I think we gave it some more balance, some more depth, some more defense. And I think that's the kind of thing that's going to be really important for the Nets in real life. I do think they've got a bit more work to do. And I'm actually really intrigued to see what they go out and do now, to be honest. But yeah, man, that was my attempt anyway at kind of figuring this roster out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop a like if you liked the video. Please subscribe if you're new. And until the next one, goodbye.